Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. This time I'm back to my old self for the most part, just recovering from coronavirus, so excuse the snuffy nose that I've got. I've been waiting to do this video because in the time I've had coronavirus, I had a wonderful parcel that came in the post from, obviously, the Square Enix store. I purchased a while ago a pre-order of the Endwalker soundtrack. Now, one of the first things I said after completing Endwalker was that I wanted the soundtrack at all costs. So I went out and I purchased this, the first press of which looks awesome, and also you get this special extra sleeve. I'll show that as well on screen for you. That you can swap out, which is really cool. I'm not sure if that's a limited edition thing, but it's pretty cool regardless. And one of the other reasons that I wanted to pick up the soundtrack, not only because I actually want to listen to the music, because it's really good, as it always is, but it's really good this time, but also because of a Minion, and in particular, if you purchase the Endwalker official original soundtrack, you get a wind-up Vrtra. Now, Vrtra is obviously the dragon that, you know, I'm here, over here at Vrtra. That's why we're here, basically, as a backdrop for the Minion in question. I thought that would be the best place. A dragon featured in the storyline. I won't get too much into it in case people haven't completed it or whatever. That's fine. It's introduced very early into the storyline. And this is what the Minion looks like. This is awesome, absolutely awesome. A lot of these Minion versions have larger heads than their bodies, sometimes chipification. There's only a small amount of that here, because the dragons themselves have quite big heads in comparison to the rest of their body as well. And yeah, I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. In terms of its text then, let's read through that. I think it was page 11? Was it page 11? I don't know, we could just type in with the search function though. Was it V? I can't remember exactly how to spell Vrtra. V-R-T-R-A, there we go. It says, summon your wind-up Vrtra minion, last of his brood, but certainly not least. A mammoth designed in the likeness of a great worm Vrtra, who is said to be possessed of a gentle heart despite his fearsome appearance. Though this recreation is somewhat less fearsome than the actual worm, it is not for want of effort on its part. And if we highlight over the patch itself, you can do this on any minion, there's hidden text and it says, "The hour is come, Vrtra," a quote there of Estinian. Now, as we said, this minion does look really good. We do have the ability to trigger some emotes, I think, and it is basically not reactant to any of my emotes at this point unless I put a pet collection title on, which we can do after we've collected, I think it's 5 minions, isn't it, or something, before you get a minion title. I can't remember exactly, it's not that many. I'm going to put the Mammotheer pet collection title on, like that, and my doing so allows me to trigger its various emotes. So obviously we can make it eat from our hand with a hand over emote. What does pet do? Pet does nothing, which means that it's poke. There we go. Here's its idle animation. So this is an animation that would normally trigger in the course of time, but you can of course make it happen by pressing the button. In fact, it was about to do it there on its own, but I interrupted it with its trigger animation. I think that's fantastic. It is obviously a roar, sort of like a roar, like a lean back deep into it and then let loose. Yes, Vrtra is one of the cooler characters in Endwalker in my personal opinion, and it's really nice to have a really good minion of this one. And obviously it goes along with like the Race Velga minion and lots of other dragon minions that we've got so far. You know, they're not done with minions yet, and there's lots of minions that people would like from Endwalker in particular as well. But I think Yoshi P's recent message was you only get a minion of a character once their main plot has been concluded. So I think that's probably it for Vrtra, since we completed that storyline arc of Vrtra. It doesn't mean that's the last we'll ever see of that character, bear that in mind, but for some of the more wanted characters, the wind-up characters, especially some of the scions and things. Bear in mind that there seems to be a rule going around that they're only going to release those when those particular characters have had their own chapter completed, so to speak. Anyway, let me know what you think about this one. I think the music itself is well worth the purchase, which is the main reason you should be buying it, but this is a really nice bonus as well, isn't it? Much love, and I'll see you all next time.